What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Tonight it's finally time for the beam shot video of the Olight, the Olight M2R Warrior. I've had some time to play with it now, and I think it is a great light. I really do, and hopefully it comes off that I think that about this light in the pros and cons video that I have posted. What we're going to do, we're changing the scenery up just a little bit tonight, and I'm going to use a backyard here with a slightly different setup. What I'm going to do, neither of these, this light, and I kind of spoiled it already, sorry guys. I'm going to compare it with the Klarus XT2CR light, just because ever since I've purchased this light has been my favorite. It's produced my favorite type of beam. I like the user interface, but I do think that it's going to be one of the most direct rivals and competitors to the M2R Warrior for someone who's looking for a top-notch tactical type light. As I said in the pros and cons video, I still prefer the XT2CR by Klarus, but that's just a personal opinion. Having played more and more with this OLED, I can tell you I've really grown. The amount of respect that I have for the beam really has grown on me. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you now that I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not, but even though the OLED is rated at less lumens, I think that it not only produces more spill than my beloved XT2CR light by Klarus, but I think that it almost looks like it's brighter, even in its hot spot, than the Klarus is, although it has less intensity than the Klarus does. But either way, let's jump into it. I'm just going to go ahead and use one light to put light on the Olight, just so that you guys can see and confirm. This is the M2R Warrior by Olight we're going to show. Okay. And then on the other hand here, let me put the Olight in moonlight mode and show you guys. This is the Klarus XT2CR light that we'll be comparing it with. Okay, now the layout of this backyard is very different from Jeff's house. Let me turn this off, sorry. We've got about a 1/4 acre in the backyard. None of this is going to be distance. Both of these are fairly floody lights, so I just want to show you what they'll do more or less up close and personal. So I'm going to run each beam and both beams at the same time across the grass. There is about a maybe 30 to 40 meter tall power line in my backyard that hopefully will come up on the camera for you guys, that I'm going to shine each light up to the top of that power line. And then behind me, about 70 yards from the power line, there are two trees that are probably 50 or more yards away from me, and I'm going to do the beam shots on both those trees as well, just to give you all an idea. And I'll be saying this verbally as I'm doing it, so you guys aren't too lost with the layout, because you won't be able to see any of the layout until I actually put light on it. So we're going to go ahead and start in the yard over here. And I'm going to start with the XT2CR because it's been out for a bit longer. And I just want you to see here on the grass right in front of me the beam that the XT2CR produces. And then on the left side, I'm going to put the M2R Warrior. So this is the XT2CR. This is the M2R Warrior. The hotspot on the M2R Warrior is definitely larger than on the XT2CR, meaning that you have a more focused hotspot on the XT2CR. I'm not sure if it comes up in camera or not. And definitely a floodier light from the M2R Warrior on the left. So that is the Warrior light. And this to the right is the XT2CR. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit the pole about halfway up. I don't want to start from the bottom, guys, because there's somebody's house back there and the lights are on, so somebody's home. But this is, again, I'm going to start with the XT2CR by Klarus, and I'm going to climb this pole. Hopefully it comes up in the camera. It really easily illuminates the very top of this pole, and honestly, this pole is probably more than 40 meters tall. This is one of those large ones. So midway down, all the way to the top. And now here's the Olight M2R Warrior. I'm going to start center again. And I'm going to climb the pole all the way to the top. And I'm going to bring it back down. Now there is no question that the M2R is floodier, at least to my eye, than the XT2CR is. And again, even now, we're about to hit the trees, but even now in the first two tests, it honestly looks brighter to me, although the Klarus is actually rated a bit higher, 100 lumens higher actually. So now there are two trees. I'm going to put the Klarus XT2CR on the tree to the right, which is roughly the exact same distance as the tree to the left. where I'll be putting the M2R Warrior beam. So here comes the Klarus again for starters. And now here is the Olights on the left-hand side. This is the Klarus. This is the Olight. And now just one at a time so you can see the difference. This is the Klarus. And this is the Olight. And then the Olight is on right now, and the Klarus is on the right side, just as a final comparison. So guys, that's both the lights here, just in a beam shot, about out to maybe 50, 60 meters maximum. I think they both produce awesome beams. I honestly think the Olight produces a brighter beam, at least again from my eye. One of the commenters had mentioned to make sure to autofocus the camera. I apologize guys, I'm just using my Galaxy S8. I double check the settings to make sure that they are in autofocus for whatever the camera is capable of doing on the cell phone, but that's truly all the equipment that I can afford at this time. So hopefully it'll at least give y'all somewhat of an idea of the differences between the beams. I like using the XT2CR because I'm absolutely in love with that beam, and so far a few people have sent me comments saying, hey, they've bought one now and they absolutely love theirs. So hopefully it's light that some people will be able to relate to. But all in all, guys, the Olight, I think, at least from a beam perspective, is an absolute winner. It's got an awesome, awesome beam. And for those of you guys who may actually be thinking about using it as a patrol light or just as a tactical light or something to train with, it's definitely possible. Again, I definitely prefer my XT2CR for myself, for the way I like to train. I prefer the user interface as well. But I don't think by any stretch of the imagination Olight did a poor job with this light. There are certain cons that I have addressed in previous videos, but no light's perfect, guys, just like anything else. And all in all, I personally feel that this light's going to be a winner for a lot of people. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe. God bless. And also, the last thing, sorry, my last video I had mentioned Michael, who is one of my commenters who's commented on several videos, and I actually got the comment from Alejandro saying that it was actually Alejandro who had pointed out one of the flaws I had in my original M2R Warrior video. So Alejandro, if you're watching, I've double checked. I'm sorry, brother. Thank you for correcting me. And Michael, thank you for all the comments you've left in the past. Stay safe. God bless.